we're going to look at some trigonometric modelling here. So basically these are trig curves that we've modelled to real life situations, if you like. So we're going to have a look at some of these, and although it doesn't ask us to actually draw the curve, I'm going to draw the curve as well from the information that I've got without using any calculator. So first of all, the amplitude, that's this number here, which is 5. So quite straightforward. The principal axis is 6, although it's not 6, it's d equals 6, or maybe if you're drawing a graph, you could call it y equals 6. So remember to get that y equals 6 in. Also, d equals 6, because we're not talking about d here, y, we're talking about d for the depth. And this will be the time, t, rather than x. So d equals 6 will be the better answer here. Now, the period is the one that students seem to find the most problem with. So a normal cosine graph has a period of 2 pi. So we're always going to start there, regardless of what model we're doing. And we divide it by the b number. And the b number here is the number that I'm timesing the t by. So I'm dividing by pi divided by 6. Now that's the same as 2 pi times 6 over pi. So pi's will cancel and it leaves me with 12. So my period is 12. Now this one here is just saying, really, if I know what the period is, which is this, how can I find b? You can always find b by doing the original one divided by the b number, and if we rearrange that, we get b as pi divided by 6. This one here should be a 6. Okay, find the highest depth in the harbour. So the highest depth is, we think about a normal cosine curve having a highest value of 1, so somewhere like this, and we multiply it by 5 to get 5, and then we add 6 to get 11, so that gives me 11. And the lowest depth in the harbour, well, my lowest point on a cosine curve is -1, then I multiply it by 5 to get -5, and then I add the 6, -5 add 6 is 1. Now there's enough information on here for me to start drawing out this curve. And I'm just going to do one period, which means I'm going to start at 0, and I'm going to end here at 12, and that's one period. So halfway along that period is 6. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that the only one that I haven't thought about is this 2, which I'm going to introduce now. Without doing anything about this phase shift of -2, what I'm going to do is I'm going to think about the highest point being 11, and then that comes in again with one full period here, and the lowest point is 1. That's all from 5 cosine pi over 6 t plus 6. Now the 2 is just asking me to move all these points across 2 units. So this is going to come to here. This one here is going to come to here. So that's going to be at 4. And this one here is going to come across to 10. So that's that +2 is moving everything that way -2. So now I'm going to draw it. So I know that my lowest point is there. So I'm going to obviously try and do it online on this pen is not the greatest, but if we do it like that, and then this one comes up to here. Now I'm not actually going to go through here because I don't think that t can be less than 0, but I'll put it on there to get the idea. Now the highest point is now at 10, because I've got the 12 that was the highest point and I've taken away 2, 10, 11, and the lowest point is at 4, 1, the 6 take away 1. And from here to the end point here at 12, that's one period.